Down those sodas and how many cavities at the dentist? All right, come on, pick up the pace. Go, cape, cope. All right, scene change.
Trooper reporting for duty. Remain at your post, Trooper.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to... Just a minute.
All right, men. Load your weapons. Drop your weapons. Oof! Oof! I need a weapon.
Come on.
Can't we just blast them?
Now, I actually need you for audio sync. I have to resync it a little. Whoa!
Take that, you rebels.
Oh, dang! Guys loaded. So, how's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Yeah.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
There's all kinds of things going on. And one is the hurricane, far away. It's so far away. We're gonna have a hot day. Yeah, it's gonna be hot. Looks like no wind, no clouds, nothing but sunshine. Yay! No wind. Like the hurricane, Linda. It's gonna go. It's kind of going this way, up and north a little bit, and it's gonna go. It already petered out to tropical storm. That's gonna peter out to whatever's below that, and that's gonna be remnants. Now it could kind of go over the islands, but if it went over the islands, it might be blustery, like a little bit more than trade wind. Other than that, it's just gonna be mixing with something else and making rain, which I predicted. That's right. And speaking of predictions, it's not Nostradamus, I'll tell you what. Oh, dang! Speaking of that, Spankty. Sorry, Ed. You know what I'm talking about. You know everything, so you know before I think it. Gee, don't make too much. Something else I was kind of predicting. Look at this. Officers cleared. Yeah. Free vaccination shots at the whole stadium. The Aloha Stadium. The whole stadium. Free vaccination shots. Yeah, thumbnail time. Yeah, but see, I predicted this. It's not Nostradamus stuff. I mean, heck, it's like... Okay, here's the thing about this. When they charge officers, the guy that did the charging is the new, what do you call that? Prosecuting attorney guy was the district attorney. The newly elected district attorney, that's the head lawyer guy of the whole state of Hawaii. Hawaii. Huh? Hawaii. Wow. Kaka'ako. You know, all those places under his jurisdiction. So, what's the scoop? The guy was newly elected. Previously, on his channel, he was a freaking judge. He looked really cool. I mean, like, he had the freaking judge thing and the vote for me. And maybe I'll let you go free. And so they voted him district attorney, and he's kind of the push behind this, and it's instigated by he instigated it really, and his clientele is the bereaved family of the, I'm sorry, but he made some poor choices that were just too far over the line. That's like an idiot maneuver. When you get into a life of crime, you're that much of an idiot. In my book, let me tell you, I'm sorry, I would not make it in the prison yard. Who you calling idiot? No, I mean, you know, even my friend's paroled. I don't know. I think his own idiot choices was his ex-wife, it was his wife at the time, set him up. 25 years. He served 50%, a little over 50% of it, which is mandatory before parole. Texas law, not Hawaii. But good God, he served more time than a murderer. But back to the officers, that's a good segue to pull out this tangent. The officers, in the course of their duty, in the line of duty, during the course of police work, was this shooting, okay? This isn't, they charged them with murder, and the other ones that were kind of, I don't know, firing in the air at the tires, I don't know, whatever, they didn't hit the guy. They're charged with attempted second-degree murder, that kind of stuff. So it has the word murder attached to it. Now, right there, I think, is where you lose in the legalese. Because murder is like, you know, intent of murder. Someone intended to kill somebody. Whereas first degree, they planned it out. Beforehand, they thought of it before. Or in the heat of the moment. You bonked me, shagged my girlfriend, my boyfriend. You know, the passion stuff. I can't control my emotions. It is a matter of honor. So, in law enforcement, we're expecting them, I don't know. I just think the charge of murder was not going to happen. And plus the way that car was rolling, they got it narrowed down to that specific thing. Back in the day, what are you doing? Don't waste your time on that. It's over with. They don't go to the trial. And now over here, this guy, he's in the arcade super fountain, Charlie's arcade fountain, and he's Charlie Fukushima. This is Charlie Fukushima of Charlie's arcade fountain. He's closed up his shop after 37 years. Oh, the sad year was 1977. We still remember you, Charlie. Doing the video, there wasn't video games, it was ping pong. You got pinball and sucking down those sodas and how many cavities at the dentist? All right, come on, pick up the pace. Go, cope. All right, scene change. I'm using like a gaming. It's usually used by gamers and streamers and stuff like that. Anyways, okay, so here we go. It doesn't matter. Hey, it's like proposal and glut of asylum claims. What the heck? Oh, people claiming asylum. Oh, I don't want to claim asylum. You know, the immigration thing is a huge conundrum. A lot of stuff deserves a lot of work, and the previous president did the that solves the problem but creates another problem solution. Build a wall. Sorry, Canada, you're next. Actually, Canada has a little bit of a wall against us. If you get if you're a convicted felon, like if you have something on your record, you can't go to Canada. You can't travel to certain places, and Canada's one of them. Anyways, wall. I just. America's got problems internally. That's my thing. Solve the domestic problems. Don't be sucking in a bunch of people from the outside. They should close the borders, as in you can't come here for asylum. I'm sorry, Statue of Liberty. They got a sign at the base of the Statue of Liberty. Take the sign off. Put up another sign. Look, the world's changed. It's overpopulated. It's no for you. Hey, Australia's got it. Australia's got that down. If you want America, take some lesson, eh? Listen how to do things. If you want to do that, check out what the Australians do, man. There was a boat of about 200 people. It was off the coast. Australia, it's a continent down under there. It's there. It was just a boat, like 200 people, and they were claiming political asylum, refugee thing, that thing. And the government of Australia was like, no. They just said, no, stay out there in the boat. Yeah. I don't know. It is happy time. It is happy time. Everybody come to my house. Everybody come to my house. Look inside the fridge. Take what you want. Everybody come to my house. It's not my house anyways. I'm just lucky to have a roof over my head. I'm in debt, remember? Like, subscribe. Haven't monetized yet. By the time I monetize, it's going to be... Oh, look, you finally monetized. Mongoose Max Hawaii is monetized. Yay! First month's check. 10 cents? That's about the size of it. Let's do some, what do you call this thing? Oh, whoa, should we look at this? I don't know. Pine is a target. Here's a guy. He's surfing, eh? Look, he went surfing, eh? He's on the wave. Because it's South Shore. South Swell. South Swell. And they're telling people, don't jump off the cliffs. Stop cliff diving. Because the South Swell, they've already had like 17 freaking things. South Swell. And there's no ICU room. Sorry, you can't go to the ICU. It's a doctor. And sports. It's a Philly special. I don't know what that is, but football's back. Yay. Okay, here's our political cartoon here. Let's see. It's a nice one. I don't know. See that? It says, tonight's reading, there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. Unthinkable. Until the pandemic and evictions and affordable rental shortage. The kids are like, Mommy, I'm scared. Will I have to live with the homeless man in the cardboard box? Of course not. He's got a plywood box. Wah, wah. Alright, let's take a look at this. They're showing the shooting seat. The guy, oh gosh. You know where they put the pencils? The bullet went through here. I should put a chopstick through the bullet hole in the car seat. And there's a bullet hole in the wall. I should put a long chopstick in there. Alright, come on. What's wrong with this? Alright. Children should return to online learning now. I am deeply concerned about the children of Hawaii who are attending in-person school while the COVID-19 Delta variant is spreading like wildfire. There is no social distancing in classes. Children are sitting next to each other for the entire class period, breathing the same air. Children should be at home where it is safe. Online virtual learning with teachers is the best option now. Governor David Ige limits social gatherings to 10 people indoors and 25 people outdoors. Schools can have 30 students in a classroom. You're lucky if you only got 30 students in your classroom. Oh, luxury, yeah. Crowded hallways and the changes, and it's not safe. Blah blah blah. Friend, just getting bored and losing time. Dr. Anthony Fauci said, "Now you have a virus that does a big and better job of infecting anybody, much more efficiently than the previous virus, including children. We will not surrender. We will fight on, whether land or sea. Diane Favreau Chun. You know, I don't know. I'm not trying to make fun of. It's going to be very dismal. You're going to have a lot of problems, and a lot of people are going to be bereaving. Just think how many deaths there have been so far. This is more than all the world wars. Add in Vietnam, add in all this stuff, add in Pearl Harbor, 9/11, add it all together. And this virus has killed more people than that. Big time. This is like the plague. It will be in history books forever. And we're like, your mask. Jesus. So the only thing to do is to laugh at the devil. Jesus conquered sin and death. Jesus conquered sin and death. Go away, Satan. Fuck you. Oops. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. They tell you that in ghost hunting school. Don't antagonize the demons. They've had a bad day. It's rough in hell. All right, let's do some more of these kind of crappies. We'll get into the Spook 101 later. I had this article on the rings of Saturn. The rings of Saturn. They found out that they have microphones. They got better mics than I do. Of course, everyone's got, well, most. Hey, if you're new to YouTubing, I'm talking like and subscribe. Thanks, like and subscribe for sure. But I said that before, and I just remembered that. Remains good to promises, to be honest. This is my mic. It cost me a pretty penny, but it's worth it. In editing, it saves me tons of time. I had 3 soundtracks going on at one time using digital recorder and in-camera mics. They're okay, but I started to get finicky with the sound. Have the lambs stop screaming? So, if I can pass off tips, I have a little green light off to the side. Yeah, I'll go in it. Wait till you see, coming up Sunday, Hamlet. Oh yeah, Shakespeare. So we're going to read Shakespeare, Hamlet. It's the longest play. The guy playing Hamlet has 1,099 lines. Imagine having to memorize that. It's like about, if you did it on the stage, it would take about 4 hours. So we're gonna take probably about 6 hours. No, we'll probably cut out stuff. I don't know. Vacation rentals. Afghanistan should be a vacation spot. I mentioned Tabul Disneyland in my other video. This isn't Saturn's music of the spheres. The harmony of the heavenly spheres. Planets make noise. When they're spinning around, it's like they're singing their little thingies. But I decided to, let me see. Shakespeare language is a little strange. And so when you read it, it's like from the 1500s. But the guy had stuff to say. So he writes into what his characters say, little things he wants to say. So he's being profound through characters. But we got Hamlet, which is to be or not to be. You know that one. Oh, gosh. I'm Polonius. I'm the uncle. Never borrower nor lender be. But above all else, skip to the end. To thine own, to oneself be true. It's to oneself. Above all else, to one's own, to oneself be true. You get it. It's from that guy, Polonius. The uncle, and then Larry, the auto person, the sun goes off. So we're doing a readers. Let me give you a sample. I printed out one time. This is one from, I don't even know. I forgot which one it is. I'm not that much of an expert on the Shakespeare thing. But this is from a play, one of Shakespeare's play. It's the all the world's a stage. Okay. Like the world, life. Life is a stage. Okay. So all the world's a stage. All the men and women are merely players on the stage. Everybody alive. They have their exits and their entrances. They're born and they die. That's pretty freaking profound. Okay. So let's just go without me making editorials along the way. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewing and puking in the nurse's arms. It's always those dang babies. Then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like a snail unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like a furnace, with woeful ballet made to his mistress's eyebrows. He can't look her in the eyes. Then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pod, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. Where am I? And then the justice. All right, here, sitting on the ass. And then the justice, in fair round belly with good capon lined, with eyes severe and formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles and nose, and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shank, and his big manly voice turning again to childish treble and pipes and whistles and sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful journey. Ooh. You don't do that when you're on... The last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans everything. The 7 stages of man. It's in one of his things. It's one of his famous things, hey? Okay. That's a little taste of the Shakespeare stuff. Just, the stuff the guy says. So, anyways. Time to go. So, aloha. Aloha. It's time to go. Aloha. I gotta go edit this now. I gotta go edit this. I don't know if you know if this better work. Uh-oh. Ah! Shoot! What the heck's going on? Oh, brother. Aloha, goodbye, goodbye, and aloha. Okay, you can go now. Aloha. Go! Bye! Keep.